Many efforts to implement online learning aim to reproduce the in-person experience and fail miserably. Instead, good quality pedagogy blends in-person and online discussion in ways that leverage the unique affordances of each one. One example of this is asynchronous online discussion, similar to what you'd see in the threaded discussion of an online forum or in the comment section of a blog. While I wouldn't do away with in-person discussion, online discussion is a powerful tool that can actually be used to improve legal education. More specifically, online discussion can facilitate reflection. It can help students make connections both within the course and with things outside the course. It can facilitate inclusiveness in the discussion, and it can provide opportunities for formative assessment, which we've just heard is so important. We'll come back to these advantages in just a minute, but first, let's take a step back and have a look at what online discussion looks like in practice. This is the home screen of an online discussion-based course that's being taught in Pepper, which is a research-based online platform that was developed at the Ontario Institute for Studies in Education at the University of Toronto by Professors Jim Hewitt and Claire Brett, who's my supervisor, along with the Pepper team. Students participate in weekly discussions that are organized by topic, and these discussions are focused on the course readings. These discussions are guided typically by questions and by prompts that are put forward either by a professor or by a designated student moderator, and you can see here just a piece of the threaded discussion for one of the weeks. So students log on throughout the week and they write multiple substantive posts of up to 300 words each, where they're expected to cite course readings, materials from outside the course, and also notes from other students. As the subject matter experts, professors monitor the discussion, and they also participate by replying to some of the student notes. In this role, they diagnose misconceptions, they reframe student comments when necessary, they supply additional resources or expertise, and they provide context. Student contributions are both substantive and substantial, and for this reason, they typically constitute a significant portion of the student's grade. Why would we even want to do this? Let's go back and look again at some of the advantages of online discussion. First of all, because the discussion is written, students have a chance to really think about what it is that they want to say. They can revise their notes, they can go back and reread class materials or bring in materials from outside the class, and this leads to a much richer discussion. Because the discussion is online, it makes it really easy for students to make connections within the class between topics and also with material and experts outside the class. And Pepper makes this really easy by allowing students to hyperlink to other notes from the class and also to anything at all on the internet, as well as allowing students to attach documents, so for example, a law review article, or embed images or videos. So you're not limited to what you can remember in the moment as you would be when you're having an in-person discussion. And again, it leads to a richer discussion. Online discussion also facilitates inclusiveness. You don't have to wait to be chosen or called upon to speak. Everyone can, and in fact is expected to participate in the discussion. And finally, online discussion provides ample opportunity for formative assessment. Students receive continuous feedback, both from peers and their instructors throughout the course. And instructors can use these interactions and the information that they gain from them to adjust course as they go along and to correct any misconceptions. Taken together, these features create a rich academic discourse that results in deep learning. So now that I've convinced you of the benefits of online discussion, the question is, can we really do this? How can we implement online discussion as a tool in a class that's otherwise an in-person class? Since we're lawyers, we'll start with the rules. Online discussion provides exactly the kind of regular and substantive interaction that's required of Standard 306, which has to do with distance education. But more importantly, online discussion is a really great fit for legal education in particular. Ever since the introduction of the Socratic method by Langdell in the 1870s, we have always been a far less didactic discipline than many others. We've always asked questions and allowed our students to come to an understanding of the subject, including the nuances of the subject, through expert-led discussion and through trial and error. And the kind of writing that you do in online discussion dovetails very nicely with writing that law students will have to do after they've graduated. So let's think about some good places to start with implementing online discussion. One great place is in experiential and clinical legal education courses, where online discussion is a great tool for reflection, helping students to truly understand and internalize what they've learned in their experiential activities. You can also begin in seminars, where online discussion can replace multiple small papers and can actually be used to support in-person discussion, either as an advanced organizer, prompting students to really think about their readings and generate questions in advance of a class discussion, or after the discussion to deepen and extend learning. I even think online discussion could be used in first year and doctrinal courses, where professors will have to experiment with blending in-person and online discussion. But this is just the beginning. Online learning should not be a pale imitation of in-person learning. Instead, its unique affordances should be leveraged to deepen learning and to ignite law teaching. Thanks very much.